Okay, here we are. Final one. Any further training on this is going to come with individualized sessions, or we can do planned sessions to kind of deep dive into any of the segments. But really, guys, this is so simple because you're not going to try, like I said, you're not going to try and learn dozens of different tricky, trappy things to say because that's not what this is all about. Here's what this is all about. What makes the 12 by 12 system work for anyone, whether they fast started or not, or whether they're new or not, is to get into action. Don't dig in your heels with any single individual because remember, you're not one call closing them anyway, right? What you're doing is you're moving them through the tools and letting them do their own exploration, and you're staying in touch. Follow up is very important. You're staying in touch, but you're letting the tools do the educating and motivating and explaining. You're there as a support person on that journey. Where this will not work is if you do decide to start turning an individual or a few individuals into life projects and you stop going after the one person per month that duplicates what happened to them that was correct. You opened up a conversation, you helped them to have a little desire, you explained, that's step two, right? Fact, small bit of information. You followed all the steps leading them to the tools, and then you kept them in the tool loop until they came up to speed enough to say, you know, I get it. I want to do this. And by using and leaning on upline support heavily, especially in the beginning, because guess what? You're going to become the upline support, aren't you? But look, this is not, this front page with these numbers is not mystery math. It's the real deal. We know that anybody who's using the CBD oil is going to use 110 points a month, but this is all rounded down to 100 points a month. Don't lose sight of the fact. Now, do we expect 12 by 12, you got your 4,096 people, that's going to happen? No, because that's 100% don't miss duplication. That isn't going to happen. What is likely to happen? Well, look, 58%, even that's pretty high. 33%, pretty reasonable. Okay, what does that do for you? 33% duplication means you're missing 67% of the time, or your team is missing 67% of the time. That's 1,350 people. That is super achievable when you're using a system that everybody is not afraid of the tools. They're understanding. They're not going to one call close. They're not going to dig their heels in. They're going to make the tools do the work. That is a national director. That's a $8,333 a month minimum income guarantee at that level, and a $1,000 a month lifestyle bonus. You're talking $9,333 a month. You've given yourself a $111,000, $996 pay raise. Is that achievable? Absolutely. Only though, if by the time your person at the end of 30 days has received their product, they're 95% trained in not being afraid to open a conversation, open the person's mind with step two, reveal in 1 minute, where was I? How did I get here? What happened? Or on the business side, that's the 1 minute presentation, and then lead them to a tool, lead them to a tool, lead them to a tool. Okay, but would it be okay if your team actually struck out 89% of the time, meaning you hit a home run 11% of the time? Now you'd be kicked off the baseball team with those numbers, but that's still going to produce regional director and a combined income of $69,000 a year. Is that worth learning, like, not this many, take one hand away, this many different ways to say 4 different things? Yes, and it works. All right, so wrapping this up, the thing that makes this work is activity. by knowing what you want to say, having more than one arrow in your quiver, because we started out with one line. What do you know about hemp CBD? That was it. Now we know it takes a little more than that, but not much. It just takes moving people through, open the conversation, open their mind with the fact, small bit of information, share enough in 1 minute that they're asking, what exactly do I do to learn more? How do I get started? How can I, any of those means, use a tool. Use a tool and keep them in the tool loop until they're ready to join. That's all you're going to do. You teach that. Your person will do that because they're not afraid of the tools. They're not afraid of doing all the things that happen to them. And your business will grow to a point where even you will be amazed. All right. We're here to support you in all of it. Thank you so much. Your time is valuable. We appreciate you spending it here with these videos. So the next step is up to you. Remember, there is two kinds of people in the world. There's the people with goals, dreams, desires, and they recognize that there's a possible path, a proven path between the Randy Schrader material and this to fill in those small gaps. And then there's the other people. You know who they are, the ones that say, hey, you know what, I can shoot from the hip whenever I feel like it. And it doesn't really matter because people will flock to me even if I don't leave the house, and I do go into the Canaway Witness Protection Program. We don't think that group's going to be the healthy one to be in, but that's your choice, right? Use the tools. We'll see you there in the next event. Bye for now.